howdy. What's going on? My hands are freezing. It's cold. It's 5 degrees outside. Just to give you the greatness of Indiana. But today, the greatness of today is going to be we have back and biceps. So, really good day today. Gonna have a lot of fun. Gonna be a high volume day today. There's gonna be multiple upon multiple sets, and I mean like a 12 set back day, and then a 10 set bicep day. Just because I want to see how I feel today. I just want to do a lot of fucking. Just want to be there for a while. Just do a lot of reps because. It's only 8:30 today. I woke up at 6:30 yesterday, and I'm having a great time so far. I'm super energized. I'm ready for this pump. Can't complain about it, I'm ready. But, my life feels like it's falling into place a little bit because I'm going to probably get a new job here soon. Going to just do a lot of different things in my life now, I'm excited because I've been really wanting a different job. So if I don't land this job, it's really gonna suck because I want to do personal training too. I've already got that set up, so it's just kind of like a waiting game on if I can do this or not, because I'm only able to do the in-person personal training is if I get this job, right? And I want to go down the more personal training route. This is what I want to make my actual job. Because I won't even want to consider it a job. It's just a hobby and something that pays me money. That's awesome. Just worked out all day, get paid for that. That's awesome. Meet you guys, that'd be dope. But yeah, just really excited about the future. There's a lot of pressure, just kind of seeing all these things that happen in my life. Just a new cycle of it all. And I'm just super ready for it, super excited that I can actually do these things, One of us got to go, geez. But, other than that, today, it's freezing. Getting a little warmer in this car now, finally. I've been warm to get up for like 15 minutes. But today is going to consist of a chest supporter row. This gym, I haven't been able to hit back here once yet, and I've been going to this gym for like 4 weeks now, 5 weeks. I just haven't been able to hit back day. It's been either in my other gym or Planet Fitness. So it's been a bunch of just waiting games for this current gym because I love this gym. The whole atmosphere. There's 2 signed pictures of these huge bodybuilders. I forget who they are. I can probably show you them when I get to the gym, but they're just huge. But I'm excited. I'm excited to train at this gym today because the chest supporter row I love, and and the pull downs and everything that they have here. It's not really like the most insane pull downs, but it's the environment. I think my hairline's messed up. Hold on, look at me. Look, see, it's straight, and then it goes. Man. That's what they meant by it's uneven. Oh, whatever. I got that buzz cut by my girl, and they said it was uneven. I didn't know what they really meant, but I really don't care that much. If I really cared, I would have put on a hat or something, or a beanie, but it's whatever. It's just hair at the end of the day. That's the one thing I'll never understand about, like, a lot of guys, is if they go bald, they act like their life is over. Like, I've had my hair buzz cut so many times, and I really don't care. I think other people care more than I do, and that's so stupid. How other people care about your hair more than you care about your hair. That's such a stupid thing. Like the whole looks maxing community, I like to joke about it a lot because it's so stupid how obsessive people are about their facial looks. I can understand about the gym looks, because I think the gym looks, you can be obsessed about that because, yeah, facial looks will take you a long way too, but like the gym looks will help you not only internally, like your organs and stuff, unless you're taking super supplements, but long-term wise, if you are a healthier person, your body is going to be much happier. But your face, it's like, sure, you're going to be happy on the outside, but on the inside, nothing's really changed, you know. The inside, when you're doing the gym, it's like, okay, your organs probably run a little better. You know, your body's probably thanking you a bit more. But, I mean, if you can looks max and go to the gym, I guess both those coexist with each other, but, like, oh, there's a lot of snow on the ground, but I go a little slower. But, if you can just look better overall, good for you. I'm not gonna, you know, it's just the people who obsess over their own looks, dude. I've never understood that, you know. I was, at one point, a little obsessed with, like, how I looked, like, leanness-wise, and when I was 17, I still, like, obsess how I look. Like, I try to look the best I can. That's why I work out so hard. But, like, it's more of just, like, when I was 17, it was super narcissistic. Like, it was, like, my diet compared to then versus now, it was just straight, like, protein shake, chicken, rice, and that's it, dude. And I looked great, felt horrible. Not like my energy levels, but like my stress levels and everything, way higher compared to now. And I'm 10 times stronger now, and I look better now, right? Like, I had a smaller waist back then, but, like, you know, I mean, my waist isn't like 32 inches. It's like still like 30 right now. 31. Back then it was like 27. It was kind of crazy, kind of nuts. Maybe a 26 waist. It was really tiny. But, you know, I was not as strong or anything like that. So it's really, it's what you want to take from the gym, right? If you want to be stronger, you can get stronger. If you want to be leaner, you can get leaner. But your proportions and everything won't change, right? If you have horrible looking biceps, I'm not gonna say horrible looking biceps, because I don't think biceps really can look horrible unless you have like those really tiny Popeye ones, like the really short insertions where like the guy flexes. It's nothing right there except that little pebble looking thing. That looks horrible. But if you're just a guy who has like a short bicep insertion and you're like, okay, let me bang out some curls so I can fill that gap in, that's never gonna be filled in. That's straight tendon and bone, dog. So, you know, you can change 100% the way how you look, but if you've been in the gym for 6 years and you still don't like the way you look because of one thing looks like this, well, for one, it's probably a leanness issue, so you can get a little leaner. But two, it's also just how your structure is. You know, you can't change structure a whole lot. Like I said, you can get leaner and you can make your muscles look more rounded if you do it right. Because I remember my last cut, I did it horribly wrong. I didn't look good at all. I hated the way I looked. I didn't have enough carbs or sodium in my system. So, barely any veins showing out, and just, I didn't look good. So, that's one thing I will say. You still want to carb up and get sodium in your diet. Trying to get this ice off my windshield. I can still see clearly, but it's annoying. But, you know, the one main thing that will always make you look better is just being consistent, right? With your diet and with your training, your sleeping, everything. The more you're consistent on those aspects, the more consistent you will be just entirely, you know. That's really the most self-explanatory thing for it. If you're inconsistent on one basis, like let's say you are a person who, you know, is really consistent on their diet but inconsistent on their workouts, that's not really helping you. If you're same thing with, if you're really inconsistent with your diet but really consistent with your training, I think that's going to help you get a little bit more gains in the diet aspect part, but you're going to still not make as much gains if you had both consistently, right? Like, I know a guy who is very consistent in the gym, at least I know of, kind of, I think. I don't really know for sure, but his diet is just awful, man. And you can tell, you know, like, I'm not making fun of the guy. or anything, but you can just tell, like, he don't care about a diet, and that might be the way he wants to look. I don't know. But, you know, if it was me, all I'm saying is you have to be consistent with your diet and your training, right? And like I said, sleep. If you are a guy who goes to the gym, is like perfect with the macros, perfect with the training, and you're still like, man, why am I not progressing at the gym? Like, why do I kind of look the same way I have for like the past 6 months, 8 months? And then, you know, you're like, you can't remember. It's probably because you probably haven't slept properly. You know, you haven't hit any REM sleep. That's why for stoners out there who go to the gym, like, I remember I used to smoke weed. I don't anymore. I haven't for a while. And it's not good for you. I mean, there's multiple aspects, you know. If you really want to do it, that's you, man. Go ahead. I'm not gonna throw you off, or I'm not gonna tell you not to do whatever you want to do, right? But if your main goals in life is to be bigger in the gym or stronger, whatever not, that is gonna really affect your REM sleep, right? And now you say, oh, all these bodybuilders do it. Well, they're also on grams of testosterone and, you know, whatever not. So REM sleep doesn't matter as much to a natural guy, right? REM sleep is one of the most important things you can get for your body. You know, it's kind of crazy that the most easy thing to do out of all of it is the most simple and get you the most gains, right? I say the most easy because you lie in bed, you're like, you're kind of tired, you want to take a nap, that's it, and then you're already getting some sleep, you're getting some Z's. In the gym, it's like, sometimes it's like, man, I really gotta push myself, you know? So, you know, that's all I really have to say now, but I'll see all y'all dudes in a second. Alright, so the first set, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing on the mid traps to upper traps. Just going to be hitting a little lower traps when you do these because you're flaring out your elbows. Make sure you're training these heavy, but also controlled. Make sure, like I said, you flare out your elbows so you hit more traps. Make sure you're retracting your shoulder blades every time you do a movement, and then go far as forward as you can to get the best stretch available. Now what we're going to be focusing is doing the lats on this pullover movement. This is definitely one of my favorite movements to hit the lats, especially you're going to be hitting a lot of the upper and lower lat when you do this, just because of the angle, but also you're going to be hitting mid lat. So you're going to be hitting a little bit of everything, but just really drive your elbows back. Get a deep stretch at the top, not too much where it focuses a lot in your shoulder joints, but just enough where you're just getting all lat activation when you do this, but just squeeze really tight when you do this to make it easier to lean forward to do that the last couple reps. Now what we're going to be hitting now is mainly lower lats, but you're also going to be hitting biceps and just a little bit of all your lats. So we're just going to be doing an under grip pull down, just a really good movement to get a squeeze. You might feel your forearm, so use some straps if you can, but just to get a really good squeeze, do some partials at the end. I had to mute this clip because there's a vacuum cleaner in the background that was so loud, but the whole point of this is just make sure instead of flaring your elbows out, keep them tucked in as much as you can to get the most lat activation. Do partials at the end to get the most out of it and fatigue yourself. And really just get a good deep stretch and good squeeze on this movement. But just bang out movements. And since we're doing unilateral, you're obviously going to have to go a little lighter. And since it's lats, I would just get a little lighter since it's focused. Now we're going to be focusing on the traps. So I just like to squeeze my shoulder blades back and just retract them, and then I like to squeeze upward. And this is really just going to really target your lower, mid, and upper traps, just because it's just another form of a Kelso shrug. If you could do it on a T-bar row, that's awesome, but I would only recommend really doing Kelso shrugs on a chest supported row.
now we're going to be hitting the bicep and brachialis a lot on this, and then you'll see I'll do a superset of just plated shrugs, which also works in my forearms too because I'm gripping them really hard. But just make sure you're going up and down and getting good control out of this, trying heavy. This was 50s, and then I put it down to 40s my next few sets. And then afterwards, just do shrugs to get the upper traps. In our last movement, we're really going to be hitting the width of the bicep when we're doing this. So just really get a good squeeze at the top, get a good stretch at the bottom. Go like an inch or two above where you're fully locked out at the bottom. And make sure, like I said, choose a controlled weight. So I chose 100 pounds right here. Just really good to get a good squeeze at the top. And then after the end, I like to do some partials at the end. Andrei Smayev did these, so you'll see when I'm all the way down, when I'm not right here. And just really like to lean forward and do a couple reps at the end. And on these next sets, I like to just do what they're called as cluster sets. So it's just mainly picking a weight that you can do 5 reps on, and then just take like a 10-15 second break, and then bang it out again for as many as you can. And then do 5 reps, and then 5 reps, and then 5 reps. And then that's really much it. So we're going to do lat pull downs here, and then we're going to be doing a bicep curl next with dumbbells.
All right, we're done getting my personal training thing set up, so I finally understand fully what I have to prepare for. And so the nice thing is about this gym, I really like, is with their personal trainers. So how most gyms do it is you run through the gym, and usually what you do is they give you a set price. And I was really scared that this gym was going to going to make me set their prices of what they want to do. But luckily it's not. Like, I thought this gym was gonna be like, okay, $60 for an hour, and you get $30 or $20, and we get $30 or $30, whatever, not $40, $30, whatever. But no, it's you set prices, and then every month you pay a fee, which is nice. So I get to rent out the gym for however long I want when I get enough clientele. So I'm excited. I am very excited about this. I just got to get my personal training certificate, and then it's basically all there for me, And then clientele, I just got to get more clientele. I got some people who say they really want to do it, but are they capping or not? I don't know. That's the worst part about all this, is just I don't know how many people are actually going to be wanting to do it. So we'll find out. But overall, very happy for what's going on, but yeah. That horse was just rubbing his chin on the barn door, that was very funny. I'm going insane, dog. It's too early. It's not really too early. It's 10:19 now, so I was in there for a little while. I was trying to do a good posing routine and stuff, but other than that, that's it for me, y'all. Hope y'all have a very blessed day. Stay tuned for more. Goodbye.